Hey yo, what's up everybody?
Y'all ready for this?
I hope your ashtray situation is squared away, because unless you've been sleeping under a bellboard, you already know what time it is. Galbrena is dropping pretty much tomorrow or the day after. So in the meantime, in between time, I thought it'd be pretty fun to discuss and theorize about who she really is based off the information given in some of the recent quests and the official website. Now I know some of you guys might not have peeped this, but on the Wuthering Waves official website, we can actually see a lot of info about Galbrena's background. So what does any of that mean? Like in the context of the game's story and currently existing characters, what does it mean? And how do any of these characters fit into the picture? Well, if you want to know, you've come to the right place. Let's get it. So I titled this video, Who is she? But by the time we're done with this, I think the more pressing question will be, what is she? The Resonator evaluation report says Overlord class tacit discord detected within the subject's body. The subject's internal frequency confirmed. Partial matches identified with known tacit discords, Chimera, Galbrena, Harpia, Dullahan, Pelor, and the nameless Dreadshade. And there are more tacit discord frequencies within her, but they still require verification. And as we look at this resonance report, down at the bottom, there's a handwritten note about Galbrena, and it describes her as a walking museum of tacit discords, asking, can such power truly belong to a human? Her resonance report, and just this page in general, says a lot about the gal. But if it makes anything clear, it's that Galbrena isn't just one being. She's basically a walking group project that somehow got an A. In fact, when it describes just some of the beings within her, it mentions her by name, Galbrena. So does that mean that she is now classified as a tacit discord herself? If this is true, the implications.
What's the implication mean?
Way back in chapter 2, act 7, Rover recounts what Phrolova said in regards to the people in her Lost Beyond.
Why do these tacit discords sound like the people from earlier? Could they be one and the same? It can't be possible. They looked indistinguishable from real people. I didn't notice anything off at all. Wait. Phrolova said there's no divide between humans and tacit discords, and their frequencies can merge.
And that their frequencies could merge. Galbrena is a living testament to how true that statement is. She is Phrolova's plan made whole. She is perfection in that regard, a human soul, a sentient flesh and bone being, perfectly existing in the real world, despite being a Frankenstein of frequencies. Basically, she's Phrolova's inspo board. By the way, if you like this video, come on, man. Hit that like button. It helps me feed the YouTube algorithm gods, and trust me, they're hungrier than Galbrena when she runs out of frequencies. Galbrena's resonance evaluation report says the subject's resonance ability shows prior contamination by the dark tide. The frequency spectrum is heavily obscured and cannot be analyzed via the Rebel method, which is the typical method they use to analyze resonators and measure their capabilities. Based on her own testimony, corroborated by external sources, she is classified as a congenital resonator. The report even goes on to reiterate that her resonance ability was once corrupted by the dark tide. Now, why is this significant? Well, in chapter 2, act 8, in reference to Angel, Augusta tells us what happened within Oak Hollow remains a mystery. She says that,
all I know is, when I found her, her resonance ability had grown immensely, so powerful that even the dark tide could not withstand it.
She goes on to say that Angel failed to control it. She couldn't do anything but watch as Angel transforms into something no longer human. Later, Augusta tells us Angel's abilities could defeat or repel the dark tide. So who has the ability to manipulate their body into an inhuman-like form? who seeks out tacit discords and dark tide creatures to defeat and feed on, and who has had physical contact with the dark tide and come away uncorrupted.
Who's that? Who is that?
That's not many people, and the one that comes to mind in this circumstance is none other than Galbrena. Now, this isn't like Geshu Lin, where he's said to have disappeared into the dark flames, never to be seen again, where in none of the quests is he really asked about or is he barely spoken of. The idea of his continued existence as being an alive person isn't really kept alive by anyone, at least currently. Now look, I can hear y'all talking in the comments. I'm not saying any of you Geshu Lin enthusiasts should lose hope. Just, cope a little bit less until we get more information. However, I am saying when it comes to Angel, Augusta pretty much says she knows Angel is still out there somewhere. She even asks the Dernodian where she is.
Answer me. Who are you? And what did you do to Angel?
And all of this didn't happen several patches ago. This is from just the previous version before Galbrena's release. So it's pretty safe to say she has to be Angel. However, the real question here is, how was she able to withstand the dark tide even before she absorbed all those frequencies of tacit discords? Or was the moment she came in contact with the dark tide the moment she started siphoning tacit discord power? All I know is she better watch her back around Phrolova, because we all know how desperate she is to resurrect her people. Galbrena just might end up in one of her experimentation plots. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you in the waves. Peace.